After a month of using this sleep aid, I have come to my review. This is a sleep aid by Xtremis Cartel called Sueno. It's an upgrade from the last version. If I were to use this again, I would use it differently than I have with this bottle. And second thing, you don't really need a sleep aid. There is a point where you might need one. In this day and age, it's easy to be distracted. You have your phones, you have your screens, you look at it and it starts to wind you up instead of winding you down. So sometimes you need something to wind you down, and when it comes to minerals like magnesium and zinc, which is in here, this makes a huge difference for recovery and sleep, which is why you would be asking yourself if you would get ZMA or ZMA, because ZMA is one of those things that we get as a beginner because we've been told it helps with testosterone, but really it's a staple for sleep and recovery. And it does help with testosterone because sleep and recovery is important for our hormones. So the first two things about this is that there's magnesium and zinc. So magnesium is like the muscle relaxer that helps you unwind. Zinc is the immune booster that helps as well with sleep aid, with overall health. So these two minerals, super useful to have. So the next ingredient is 4 grams of glycine. This helps with sleep quality. It's really useful. And then the next ingredient is 3 grams of GABA. So GABA can be used as a pre-workout or as a sleep aid. This is also a muscle relaxer, not muscle relaxer, but a mood enhancing, relaxing type of ingredient to have. Then we have 2 grams of inositol. I'm pronouncing it wrong probably, but this ingredient helps a lot with reducing anxiety and increasing relaxation. Then we have taurine, 2 grams. This helps with recovery as well. Taurine helps a lot with the nervous system as it can calm it down. Then we have tryptophan. This is a mood booster, so you'll feel like you're in a good mood the next day. Then we have theanine, a very versatile ingredient to have in supplements. It could be used as a pre-workout or a sleep aid. This helps induce relaxation. And then we have 5-HTP, 300 milligrams. This helps a lot with mood as well as it can help boost serotonin production. Then we have rutacarpine, 200 milligrams. This supports sleep and recovery. Then we have an interesting Chinese extract at 50 milligrams. This helps reduce stress as well as improving sleep quality. And then we have a very interesting part of this blend, which is melatonin, but 2 forms in here at 3 milligrams. And melatonin plays a huge role with your sleep. There's times in the night when you feel sleepy and then times in the night when you feel more awake. This is your melatonin kicking in. So when you take melatonin, it should help a lot with the timing of your sleep, helping you build like a habit out of your sleep. And there's 2 forms in here, so just in case the one form doesn't work for you, you have another form. Then we have something to help you enhance or to help you absorb all the ingredients in here, and that's estrogen. So the full serving in here is 2 grams, and you get 20 grams, nearly 20 grams of ingredients in here per serving. So if you take half a serving, that's still a decent amount, and it beats a lot of sleep aids out there. So what's the experience like? So after using this entire bottle, I have noticed a few things. So right in the beginning, this hit hard. Like I'm talking about mood enhancing, relaxation, sleep inducing, sleep quality enhancing, and just an overall mood enhancing type of sleep aid that I felt really well the next day, and it worked really well. But as I went through the bottle, I decided to drop it down to 1 scoop to see if it was still effective. And was it still effective? It was, but there was a catch. After using 1 scoop for about a week, nearly 2 weeks, I started to feel the effectiveness decrease. But keep in mind, I was using this nearly every day with 1 day in between off, not in between every day, but every once in a while I would forget to take this and I would just naturally feel sleepy enough to not want to take this. And I noticed that it was reducing stress and unwinding me less and less as I took it towards the end of the bottle. So there is one thing I would do differently if I was... Whoa, the microphone wasn't even on. So there is one thing, I just noticed the microphone was off. So there is one thing that I noticed, like if I were to take this again, I would take half a serving, and I would only take it when I need it. Just such as one of those nights when I stay up past my usual sleep time and I need something to help me sleep. And or in terms of like fixing my sleep routine, helping me sleep at a time that I'd want to sleep at, because once you take this and you take it at the same time every night, your body will naturally feel sleepy at that time when you usually take this, because you've already built that habit. And it takes like about a week to build that habit. And I would say that this is very useful for that, especially if you're like, you have a jet lag. I mean, you have jet lag, or you're switching countries, you're switching time zones, and you need something to help you sleep. This would be one of those things. Like, in my opinion, some of these ingredients are a must-have if you're an athlete, like zinc and magnesium. No doubt you should be taking these. And there's full servings in here of that in here at 2 scoops. But everything else was really useful. For mood enhancing, for sleep relaxation, for unwinding. Everything worked really well. And it worked super well during the first week. The second week, it was still working. But again, towards the end, it was not hitting as hard as it was during the first half of the bottle. But this was really nice to drink. Sometimes I would make the mistake of using too much water, and then I would have to get up and use the bathroom, and that would keep me up sometimes. And sometimes there are those rare nights when I would stay up past my usual sleep time, and then my sleepiness would go away and I would feel fully awake, and then I would take this and it would help me sleep eventually, but it wasn't as relaxing as when I took it earlier. So this helped a lot in the beginning, and then towards the end it worked less and less effective. And if you'd like to get this, you can use my discount code FitFrek. You can also check out the top list for sleep aids on my website, FitFrek.com. If you do want to get this, check out the link in the description. But do you really need it? I mean, not really, but it's nice to have. So there you have it. I hope this was useful to you. If it was, please let me know in the comments or hitting that like button. That helps a lot with the channel. And thanks a lot for watching. If you watched to this point of the video, I really do appreciate it, and you're a legend. Thank you so much.